Today we are going to be looking at the comparison of these two flash drives, both of them 128 gigabytes, USB 3.1. This one says USB 3.2 Gen 1, but both at 5 gigabit per second. So I'm going to put a picture up here. One sec. The drive. So the SanDisk will be on top. The Samsung will be here at the bottom. You can pause this to look at the claim read and write speeds of both. The claim. I also will put a picture at the end of the video of the Crystal Disk Mark results, but this is like real life real life transferring basically. So 2.2 gigabytes of music, it's random, 5.9 gigabytes of pictures and videos, and 5.4 gigabytes. This is Windows 11 installer, so basically like a program. So if you're using your flash drive to have different kinds of files, or if it's just for music, you you will see what you can expect from these drives. They're both under $15, as you saw on the main the picture of the at the beginning. So okay guys, so let me start by showing you the physical differences between these two USB drives or flash drives. So first, build quality. This part here, it's metal. This is plastic. Yeah, it's not too flimsy, but I've seen this break in the past. This is just a metal piece. The length, this is just a couple of, I'll say millimeters longer. I'll say about 7 to 8 millimeters longer. But if you put it like this, let me see, almost the same length there. It's like these two parts where the USB goes in. Almost the same, to be honest. So basically, it's just from here, from this mark right here. Basically the housing. This is just a slightly longer. This is a bit taller up here. And that's about it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it like this. One thing I've seen online, it has never happened to me, but this part, from pulling it and putting it back, like it kind of breaks. This, it's like plastic as well, but it's like better quality. For some reason it feels like more solid. And yeah, but that's about it. What else? So both of them are super fast. I'm going to jump to the software part and just do the comparison now. You know what? I'll put this here. It's just a small glue stick, so you can see how tiny they actually are. Very, very tiny. And out of these two, I prefer the Samsung, and I'll tell you why in a couple of minutes. Also, but rather than those two, if the budget allows it, this is the way to go. I'm actually going to make another video about this. I had it for over 7 years. Now it's 2025, and yeah, I'll say 6-7 years. Pretty fast. It has an SSD controller, so I'll put this in a separate video. Of course, the GTX USB 3.1. This is just something else, but a bit expensive. Not as much as it was 6-7 years ago, but quick thing before I continue. This is actually used. This is a new one I just ordered, so that's why it doesn't have any marks, but I believe part of the letters here will come off eventually from, if you remove it, and like pretty often. I use them in my work vehicle, personal vehicle. I don't use this to store any crucial information, just music. But yeah, let's jump into the speed comparison. Plastic here in the housing, plastic here, plastic overall. This little piece is metal, so let's see how they perform. Let's start. So SanDisk up here on top, Samsung at the bottom. Samsung is just $1 more, so let's see. So copy and all right, so let's see. SanDisk, Samsung. So that's transferring music. So copying to it. I don't want to make the video too long, but it's to be worth it. Samsung, it's only halfway. I'll tell you why I prefer the Samsung actually. I mean, I can tell you now while it's copying. Read speeds are way faster, and durability, the drive itself, it's more solid. So now let's do 5.9 gigabytes of pictures and videos. I'm just doing it with my keyboard, like Control C, so I can do it here to copy. So Control V, so paste. Oh, come on. All right, it started like 2 seconds after here, but still it's not like it will matter much. And before I did this testing, I have an NVMe installed in my computer and a decent CPU, so it's not going to affect the copying speed of these files to the drives. My drive is actually, you know, PCIe Gen 4 drive. It's running a PCIe Gen 3, but like get like what, 3,500 megabytes a second, so it's not being bottlenecked or nothing like that. Probably cut this video a little bit and speed it up while I edit it. Can also skip a couple of seconds if you want to see the final result, but that's one thing I noticed. The SanDisk, whenever it gets a little warmer and it's a larger amount of files, yeah, you see the speed here, how it dropped. It stays like that all the way, but still it was a little faster than this. As you can see, this didn't change, like it didn't go up when that finished. So my drive and my computer are doing the job great. Okay, so now let's do the Windows 11 installation pack. So it's an ISO file, and let's see. Oh, come on. So like you saw, I started it a few seconds after the transfer to the Samsung one, but I'm actually impressed. Yeah, it hits a point where it gets hot, and that's it. So if you have, I guess, like large files or more than like 10 gigs, 20 gigs, I think this one at some point will beat it. This is like a steady 62. The other one actually dropped to like 40 once it copies like 5 or 6 gigabytes, like actually like 4 gigabytes to 5. So it takes about an extra minute. So let me close this. So now I'm going to be transferring, see these two folders here. So now I'm going to transfer all of these files to these, which is the SanDisk. So read speeds now. So that's like when you plug it to your radio, car radio, or plug it in the computer, you're copying files from the drive to the actual computer. So Samsung and SanDisk. So let me start with these, and yeah, I'll try to be quick. Oh Lord, you see, Samsung is actually faster. I started after, yeah. Let's do the second folder. So 6 gigabytes. I have to do this because if I start copying here, it will say like, oh, do you want to override the folder or the file, because it's, you know, you already have the file. So all right. So SanDisk and so reading from the drive. This is faster. So I started like 2 seconds after, and yeah. And the last file. So, oh come on, Samsung, catch up. Yeah. So the Samsung, I actually like it better. It's faster reading from the drive. So 350 average, 340 something, and this is 230. So like about 100 megabytes a second faster the reads. So thank you for watching. And out of these two, I prefer the Samsung, to be honest. You can pause the video to read the description. And my final thoughts are, yeah, the SanDisk, writing to it, if it's less than 5 gigabytes, it's faster. Anything over that, at some point the Samsung will win. But if it's reading from the drive, the Samsung is better. And physically, it's more durable. So thank you for watching. Leave a comment and I'll answer your questions.